Welcome to Tuesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. Whiz, the primary and weekly options model portfolio manager here at TGO. And Clown University continues to be in session. Had a little bit of a shot across the bow from Boehner and Mickey Cantor this morning. Who cares? We're still in Stupidville, population Washington, with no end in sight. Rumor is, folks, there's going to be a procedural breakthrough, meaning nobody's going to back down from the hyper-partisan politics, right? The president isn't going to negotiate. Great interview with Sam Zell this morning on CNBC about the imperial presidency and just the absolute lack of leadership. Him just saying, I'm the king. I won. I'm not going to talk to anybody about anything. And the Republicans kind of doing the same thing. But Boehner kind of giving a little bit today. It'll be procedural. Nobody's going to back down. There are people meeting in rooms right now saying, okay, how do we both be able to walk out to a microphone and say we won? If it wasn't so serious, it would be comical and it would be hysterical. But it is serious, folks. We're flat broke, and nobody wants to admit it. We just want to keep on spending, and everything's fine, right? Let's just keep on whistling past the graveyard. And of course, the market knows better than that, right? We are going to keep heading a little bit lower. There's not too much macroeconomic data on the flight schedule for this week. We had NFIB Small Business Index come out a lot weaker than expected, and that's a survey of businesses from that employ between 1 and 250 people. They ask them a whole host of stuff: economic conditions, labor market, inventories, sales, capex, inflation, earnings, wages, their credit conditions. Came in very, very weak. So even small businesses are starting to feel the weight of what's going on here. Got to tell you, though, this could potentially be good news for the market. Why? Old Ben, right? If this goes on much longer, or we see even a technical default on the debt, the Fed chief is going. He already warned last meeting, like, hey, another reason we're kind of hanging out, not entering our stimulus, is because of the stupidity in Washington. Those are my words, not his. So he might actually, there's been rumor of an taper, right? At the end of the month, a Fed meeting. Now they might start tapering. Well, any chance of that happening is going away because all these furloughed workers are spending money. All of this kind of uncertainty in Washington is creating a negative drain on the markets. It's fine with me, folks. Why? We're doing great here. We have a bullish double vertical on the VIX that's up about $3,500. We have bullish double verticals on SDS, that's Sierra Delta Sierra. So if you're confused about how you can potentially make money in a market that's going down, you have got to join us this Thursday for our live trading webinar. I want to help you navigate how to potentially trade markets like this where you just want to beat your head against the wall. I don't. I love what's going on in this market because, as you can see, on a day like today where the market's down, I got some bright greens, some light greens, and some pinks. And that's the way your portfolio needs to look at all times. If on a day like today it's all green or all red, you're trading wrong. I'm telling you that as a fact. You're trading wrong, and you're probably not sleeping too well at night. I do, because I know exactly what's going on in the market and how to trade this stupidity. Okay, and it is funny, on a humorous note. Here we have China. Get your fiscal house in order. China warns U.S. on Asia's as they express concern for 1.3 trillion of their investment. Isn't that pretty funny? We ask that the United States earnestly take steps to resolve, in a timely way, the political issues around the debt ceiling and prevent a U.S. debt default to ensure the safety of Chinese investments in the United States. Saying that with a straight face actually took a lot. The safety of Chinese investments in the United States. It's going to be interesting, guys. Someday we're going to have a debt offering, and Rick Santelli on the floor of the CME is going to hear crickets. What if we held a debt offering and nobody came and nobody bought our debt? What would we do? I got to tell you, after traveling literally around the world last week, the full faith and credit of the United States is starting to be called into doubt. Looking at all those flowery sayings on the $1 bill and on all the closed monuments around Washington really, really makes you wonder. And from the Department of, can you freaking believe this? guess what is going on here? Let me lay this one on you, since I know you're not going to hear this in the liberal media. The Park Service has approved an immigration reform rally on the National Mall, which is, of course is closed due to the government shutdown. But no, it isn't. 30 liberal members of Congress, including Nancy Pelosi and Robert Menendez, are going to go speak. So the Park Service, which sent more Rangers to prevent World War II veterans from entering the World War II memorial than people Obama sent to Benghazi to protect people getting killed. It's sickening. And last night, police arrested veterans at a New York City war memorial. Right? Unbelievable, folks. The group argued that its First Amendment rights superseded the 10 p.m. curfew. Fully agree with that. You know why the Park Service said that they're letting this amnesty rally? Is because of their First Amendment rights. Absolutely. You ready? Susanna Flores, no pun intended, a spokesman for the rally, confirmed to the Washington Examiner that the Park Service will allow the event to take place under the group's rights granted by the First Amendment. Arrest guys who fought in the Vietnam War, but let illegal immigrants and those supporting immigration reform rally on a closed national mall. You can't make it up, folks. This is our country, and it's going to hell in a handbasket. But you know what? I gave 15 years of my life to it. At this point, I weep for it, but I'm going to print money off of it too. Learn how to do this potentially, folks. Join us this Thursday. Click on the link in this email to register for the live trading session on Thursday, and let's make money potentially off the stupidity of others. Okay, I got to run. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll be back with tomorrow's SITREP. We'll see you.